All right. Hi. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our second training session for this month. I am Nora, your host for today. Thank you so much for everyone that attended this session. So let's wait for a few more minutes before we begin these sessions because we started slightly early. So comment down below if you are watching this live. So we wanted to know whether everyone is watching, everyone is ready today. Before we call in our invited speaker, invited trainer, Calvin. All right, so comment down below if you had your dinner today. Have you had your dinner? What you had earlier? So if you haven't do so, let me know. Maybe you can go dinner later together. Who knows? All right. So we will begin in a few more minutes. Thank you so much to those who are watching today. So this is our second training of the month, sharing about SEO, how we can apply and optimize the content or keywords that we've done. So this is like a follow-up sessions from our last sessions that we did on the last week. And this is the second sessions that we had with Calvin. So please make sure if you haven't watched the previous sessions, please make sure that you go and rewatch the previous ones so that you guys can follow up on the next on today's sessions where we're gonna be talking about content applying and optimizing regarding SEO keywords. Okay, so before we begin, just to let you know what other sessions is about. So today is a Rising Stars program that is arranged by Access Rate Malaysia and Singapore. So we heard you, we see that you need all this kind of trainings, hence we are having this kind of trainings to make sure that you get this kind of knowledge for free. So please don't waste this time and make sure that you guys learn as much as possible. We really appreciate your time today, hence please make sure to drop in as many questions if you have to the training for today. Okay, so I would like to introduce a little bit about the trainers for today. So I hope everyone are ready. If you are ready, please comment down below. I'm ready before we begin to the next stage. Okay. So let me see if anyone are ready at the moment. If you are seeing this live, just say, "Hey, I'm ready. I just had my dinner." Let me know your thoughts of today's sessions. If you have any questions in advance, please drop in at the comment area. So I think we have a few that says I'm ready. Oh, hello, hello. Okay, to those who are using or watching this live through Facebook, please make sure that you give the authentications from our stream, yeah, so that you can display your name so that we can know who you are. I mean, we can get to know one another, yeah. So if you didn't do so, you can only see yourself as Facebook user. So there's another person that says, "Hello, I'm ready. Thank you so much for watching this live." So don't worry, you can still rewatch these sessions anytime because this gonna be just there in our Facebook group. If you wanted to share this, please by all means, please share this to whoever that you believe can be beneficial for these sessions. All right. So today we're going to be speaking about SEO, the next key on how we can apply contents and optimizing the keywords for SEO strategies. All right. So thank you so much for those who are watching. Please comment down below if you have anything else. So with that, I would like to introduce a little bit about our trainers for today. So it's Calvin Lee. He is a Google recommended digital marketing trainer coming from Penang, who is also a marketing practitioner since 2007. All right, he is very well experienced in online marketing, email marketing, affiliate marketing, dropshipping, e-commerce, as well as social media marketing. Calvin has also cultivated more than 2,000 individuals and SMEs for online presence for the past 5 years by offering consultations on digital transformations and bring clients' businesses to the next level. So please bring forward Calvin to the stage because so everyone can get to know him very well. Hi, Calvin. How are
Hi,
you?
hi, hello everyone. Hi, Nora. Hello everyone from the floor. Nice to meet you guys again. From last week, right? Last week, some of you guys I met you guys last week, and now this week, very fast. 1 week already, right?
Yes, yes. I hope you had your dinner already. Yes.
Yeah, I have my dinner already. I have my dinner early a bit, so that I can
Oh.
prepare to meet you guys lah.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Good to know. Good to know. Okay, if everyone have any questions or wanted to know whether Calvin is single and available, please you can drop any kind of questions. We are here to entertain you today. Okay. All right. So without further ado, I'll pass the floor to you, Calvin, please.
Yes, sure. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, right? Good night, good night. Yeah, it's a good night to you guys all. Okay. So now, before we having our session start. If you guys are watching this live, right? Uh, if you found it this session will be benefit to your friends and family, do help me to share this live session at your Facebook feed, right? So at least your friends also get to know, get to benefit all this knowledge lah. So like just now Nora mentioned that we also have another session. We have a previous session last week, so if you guys want to go ahead and take a replay for the last one, right? So now, okay, without further ado, right, let's start our session, right? So today's we will cover on the SEO content optimization. How can we actually optimize our content, and how can we, what is the right factor we can use to apply into our content so that we can get a favor from the search engine, right? So, okay, now a little bit introduce about myself. Just now Nora already mentioned, right? My name is Calvin, right? I started my digital journey since 2007, and nothing much special. Somewhere until 2018, I joined this organization, MDEC, become one of their program certified trainer, Usawan certified trainer. So I venture into the training industry, right? Somewhere 2019, I also certified myself as the DDT trainer lah. So mostly I conduct corporate training for all the SME to the larger enterprise lah. So okay, now uh, this is just a recap. Recap a little bit back to last week. Last week, part one. Part one, we talked about the keyword research, right? If you guys want to know more about keyword research, always replay back last week's session. There is a recording for you guys to play back, right? So let's recap a little bit back to the last week, what we mentioned, right? Okay, for last week, we learned some keyword strategy. We learned about long tail keyword, short tail keyword, right? So now, let's say if you already identify the right keywords to use, if your keyword is too short, you are basically very competitive, right? Very competitive and difficult, or so-called no chance to rank. So take an example, if you have certain keyword, you go to Google and you search it over there, you can see all the big brand over there, all the big brand, big company is actually listed at the top 10. So basically from there, without need to do much research lah, I can identify that this particular keyword is a little bit difficult to rank, or I will say that is until, I will say that in the level of no chance to rank lah. If you see all the big brand is there. But okay, if you're able to identify the long tail keyword, right? If able to like identify the long tail keyword, and what if the search volume is very low, right? That means not much people is searching for that particular keywords, right? Although it's a nice word, right? Nice keyword, right? But not much people searching for it. So basically we can say it's no demand. Also, it won't bring you a good traffic. Even you can rank high, like top one, top two, or top three in the Google first page, right? But with the long tail keyword, with the low search volume, I would say that not much demand, perhaps like maybe 10 visit per month, right? Then you will not much get any conversion from there, right? So this is the reason, apart from using the Google Trend and also Google Auto Suggest that we highlight last week, right? That is a list of tools I also introduced to you guys, right? We can also make use of some other tools like Google Keyword Planner and some other freemium tools like Uber Suggest to find out whether is it a right keywords for us to use, and is there any search demand or not. So for example, right, if we talking about the Google Keyword Planner, we can see that whether average how many searches per month, right? So like last week, I do demonstration for you guys by using the Google Trend to find out whether how many people using this keyword digital marketing course versus digital marketing training, correct or not, right? So if from here we can, from the Google Trend itself, we can see, oh, Google digital marketing course is actually more higher searching. But what is the actual number? Estimated monthly search. So from this Google Keyword Planner itself, we can see lah. Oh, that is 1,300 searching per month averagely. But another one, digital marketing training. This word only approximate 140 searching per month. So of course, if I target this, the second one, not much demand, lesser people search and also lesser bring the traffic. Even though I can rank high, number one, right? But only 140 people search per month, right? Whether compared to compared to another keywords whereby a lot more people searching, will it be justifiable for you to choose the particular keyword, correct or not, right? So apart from the numbers, right, we will also can make use of other tools like this Uber Suggest. This is also one of the tools that I recommend you guys to go to use it. So from Uber Suggest itself, it also gives us an indicator. This one we call it as SD. S SD means what? SEO difficulties, right? Whether the keyword difficult to rank or not, right? Some of the keyword very difficult to rank, you might see higher, like maybe 70, 80, or 90, and this red color. So usually if you want to choose for keyword that more easily to rank, right? Potentially for you to rank high, right? You might also want to choose in some low one, for example, the green color one, or somewhere around below 31 like that. So this is what we call it as the SEO difficulty. So from this type of tools, we identify those green one, then we target on those keyword and make use of those long tail keyword from there, lah, right? So now, so after we get to know the keyword research from the last week session, right? A little bit recap back what we mentioned last week, right? So now, today, we want to see how do we optimize. But let's say if without a website, how do you able to rank? Correct or not, ladies and gentlemen, right? If you without a website, how do you able to rank high? So you must have a platform, a website, a platform for you to put in your content so that you make sure that this particular platform is indexed by Google. That means it able to be ranked, able to be listed in Google. Then we make use of that particular platform and put in all the content we want to optimize inside there. So take an example, you guys may choose some platform like WordPress. WordPress basically take approximate almost 40% of the whole website, whole world website. So that means what I mean 40% is that means outside there, if you go outside there, you visit 10 website, potentially 4 of the website is built by WordPress. So according to the statistic, WordPress take a market share of approximate 40% of the whole world website statistic lah. So you can make use of the WordPress. You can use like WordPress.com if you're looking for some free platform, or perhaps if you want to subscribe web hosting services and register a domain name, you want to host your own website, you can go for platform like WordPress.org, right? So apart from WordPress, some people say, is there any other choices or not, right? You can always go to other platform like Joomla or go to Drupal, right? So these two platform also open source, also a free one. So you just require to register a domain name, register a web hosting account, and you can always install Joomla or install Drupal inside your server and start your own website, right? So some people asking me which one better, right? Which one better? So for me, in my own thought is I would say that WordPress is something more easy to use for me because I familiarize using the WordPress, and also as I mentioned to you, the whole world 40% of the website are using WordPress, right? So it's more, I would say that more user friendly, to you, right? But it's actually quite depending on you yourself. I would recommend you guys maybe can set up a temporary website and explore whether is it WordPress good for you, or is it Joomla better for you, or maybe you can, or maybe some person feel like, oh, Drupal is more easy for me to use, right? So it's actually quite depending on you, So apart from these few platform, there is also some platform from the Google products Google products, for example, blogger.com. Some people use blogger.com to set up their own blogs, and they able to rank high as well in the search engine, right? And apart from Blogger, there is also another one called Google Site, right? Google Site is a free platform. This is my best tools lah, because it's a free platform. You can use them, and you can even connect your domain name over there, and Google did not ask you for a single cent. So Google Site is also one of the tools lah. I use usually inside my digital marketing class for all my clients. I use Google Site and actually teach them how to actually optimize and how easily they can build a simple website as well as sales funnel using Google Site. Right. So now let's take a look. Some people say, okay, now I know what is the website platform to use. Okay, maybe I have a WordPress.com free website, I have a Blogspot free website, I have the Google site as a free website, right? I set it up already. So what type of content can I produce, right? What type of content? So now recap again back to what we mentioned also lah. Last week we also mentioned about this, right? What you can write is write for different stage in the customer journey, right? If you remember last week, we also talked about the buyer keywords, right? uh, each content or each particular article post, you may always start with one objective. So you may always start with awareness, interest, desire, and action, right? You can write a different content or at different stage lah. So what we call this is, let's take a look. If you still can remember this slide, in the last week's session, I do mention about the keyword groups, right? We mentioned about informational keywords, buyer keywords lah. We're talking about navigational buyer keywords, commercial research keyword, as well as transactional uh, buyer keywords, right? This is whereby you bring customer attention. After that, customer create their interest. After that, they go into the desire stage, and also the last when they want to buy, right? So how does this means? If you're looking at this buyer keyword, this slide also been show up last week as well, right? This is some of the keywords you can use for your content, right? For example, how to do this, how to do that, or particular brand navigation, right? What is the best item, top item, the pricing, right? Or they want to buy, they are looking to get the cheapest one, they are looking for the discount, looking for the promotion, right? And etc., right? So this is the all the keyword you can always use, right? So now this is why we say we have to actually go through the customer journey, right? This is if you refer to back to this slide, right, for a different stage in the customer journey, right? So imagine this is your customer journey, right? Customers start from informational attention, right? So when customers started to look for the product and service that you are selling, right? uh, and when they search in the Google, right, they're looking for the information, your product show or your brand show there. They found your website, right? And during they go to the navigation stage, when they go to find more information about the product features, the information about the product, they find your brand as well, right? They see your website listed there as well, right? So when the time they look for some commercial research, they are comparing some of the product you're selling, right? And again, they see your website again. You are showing them the comparison between this product and another product that they want to buy as well, right? At the end of the day, right, when they decided to buy that time, when they search for the cheapest, they search for the promo code, they search for the discount, again they see you again. They see you again. This is the reason why we want to make sure all the stage, the customer journey stage, we are available over there when customer is searching for, right? We are ready ourselves, we are listed at Google, right, when they are searching for. So this is the all the content that you can write. So now take an example, myself. Assume myself, I have a computer shop, right? I have established a computer shop. I register some a domain called calvincomputershop.com, and I started a business by selling laptops, right? So that means what type of content I can produce. That means customer is searching for what is a commercial laptop. Then I produce one content lah, one articles talk about what is the commercial consumer laptop, how consumer laptop do, right? I also produce something called what is commercial laptop, because some people are confusing. What is consumer laptop? What is commercial laptop? Right? Some people are asking. I'm not sure whether if you can differentiate. Usually the consumer laptop is whatever we use lah, our home use, right? Commercial laptop basically is those people are using it for working purposes. Majority of the so-called company, they want to buy a commercial laptop lah. So for example, I want to buy a laptop for the user lah, the customer want to buy a laptop, but they heard that people talking about consumer laptop or people heard about commercial laptop, so they confused. They don't know what is that. So at the informational stage, the customer will go to search all this detail, right? Search all these keyword at Google, and my website show over there. So after understand the consumer laptop and also the commercial laptop, okay, now the customer decide to buy a commercial laptop. Now they also get to know that, oh, they know Acer have a commercial laptop. They also know Asus have a commercial laptop. So the customer will go to Google and search lah, Acer commercial laptop. This is on the navigation stage, right? When customers search for Acer commercial laptop, then my website show over there. My website talk about how good is Acer commercial laptop and what is the feature they have, right? Again, when customer want, if customer search for Asus commercial laptop, again I produce this type of content as well, right? I have this type of content inside my website, and customer might able to find me, right? So during the commercial research stage, oh, the customer, okay, now they understand Acer and Asus, they have commercial laptop. Now they want to find best commercial laptop. Then again they find my website. My website again have a comparison between maybe Acer lah, Asus lah, HP lah, Lenovo lah, and all kind of brand, all kind of big brand outside there. So this is where we call it as the commercial research stage. Or perhaps customers say, okay, they want to look for Asus one. Then they want to look for the review, Asus commercial laptop review. Again, at this stage, they find me. This is the so-called content that you can produce lah. So lastly, when the customer decided to buy that time, okay, now they decided they want to buy Acer commercial laptop and they look for pricing, right? Usually customer will go to search Acer commercial laptop pricing, correct or not? So when they find this over the Google, again, you've been shown over there. So this is the so-called buyer journey. When they start to want to buy something, they're looking for information. When they want to navigate to the particular brand, when they do the commercial research, when they want to buy that time, all these stage they are doing different type of searching online. Customer are doing different type of searching online, and you have to make sure that you produce all this type of content. This is some content idea you can make use of it. This is one of example if I open myself as a Calvyn computer shop, right? So if you are doing cosmetic or you are doing some automotive related business, of course, make sure you come out all the buyer keyword, right? If you want to know how to create the buyer keyword, look for last week. Last week our session we talk more about keyword research, and there is some example I show you guys over there lah. If you guys want more example, look for the last week session, right? So now, ah, so now we know, we understand already. We need a website platform. We understand. Okay, we have some idea already. I started to write the content already, right? But one thing is, I started to write content, correct? But I need to understand the search engine. I need to understand the search engine and how they works, so that I can try my best to make sure that search engine also understand me. Correct or not? Search engine also understand what I am writing. Right. So now to understand the search engine, first is how search engine read our website. Right now, I have one articles how to do this and how to do that. Right, all the tutorial video, all the four buyer journey stage. Right, I mentioned just now. Right, so I produce all the content already. I want to make sure that search engine know me, right? So we have to understand how search engine read our website. Search engine will send their crawler, or we call it as the search engine bot lah, search engine bot. So they will bring their search engine bot come to understand our website. They read our website, and they bring all the information they read from our website, go back and do indexing. indexing, and they apply the rules over there based on their algorithm lah. So when customers searching for something, whether they choose whether are you the right person, are you the right website to rank when customers search for the particular keywords, right? So usually how the search engine read our website. So for human being, when they come to my website calvin.com, they see it like that. Okay, this is my website lah. This is what human beings see. But the search engine come to my website, search engine see what? Search engine bot, they read all this coding at behind, right? Behind our website, there is all this HTML coding. So search engine bot understand the detail from all these things from here lah. So this is why the programming language is actually quite important, right? But if you don't know programming language, never mind, right? Later I explain for you guys how can we do all this configuration inside there without need to know the so-called the programming language lah. For example, over here we configure the title, the metadata, the heading, right? All this I elaborate more for you guys later, right? Okay, now in SEO, when we're talking about search engine optimization, we want to make sure this bot or the spider understand us, because sometimes we write, yes, we write good content, right? We write good content, we deliver a good content for the customer, but somehow we want search engine to understand us as well, right? So that they can actually rank us high in the search engine. So a few way for the search engine optimization is a combination of the so-called on-page SEO and also the off-page SEO lah. So in short, on-page SEO is something that you can do it yourself, right? You can apply yourself in your own website. So that means if you say who you are, you need to write who you are, lah, right? You are, if you say you are doing cosmetic, over here the headline lah, the keyword lah, the website structure, you have to actually do it to show Google that you are a person that selling cosmetic, right? If you are a person who's selling insurance, then you have to tell people you are the person who's selling insurance, right? So if you don't configure nicely the search engine optimization in the layman way, it's like you tell people, I am a salesman, but you don't tell people what do you selling, right? When people ask you, hey, who you are, what position you do, right? What your website about? You tell people, I am a salesman. I selling things. But what thing you are selling? Correct? Now, if you are selling cosmetic, you have to show lah. You have to apply lah cosmetic, this type of keyword, all the relevant factor, right, inside your website, right? So in Google, search engine optimization, a combination of approximate 300 factor, right, of on-page SEO as well as off-page SEO lah. Off-page SEO is something that we cannot do it for ourselves. Other people look at us, right? How other people see us? Do we have any backlinks or not? For example, right? Usually backlinks is the most important factor in terms of the off-page SEO. Of course, we also need to have like social proof whether someone is actually quoting us, someone is giving us a review, and etc. Right. So now we look at this, right? If you guys know this person, Sundar Pichai, he's the CEO for the Google, right? So Sundar Pichai during 2018, he mentioned that anytime you type in a word, as Google, we gone out and crawl and store copy of billions of page in our index. And we take the keywords customer put in to match it again their page and rank them based on 200 factor. During 2018 is 200 factor lah, the time when he mentioned, right? But right now, a lot of search engine optimization expert, they get to understand that Google actually is actually based on more than 200 factor to judge whether you can rank high or rank low, right? So, what type of signal, such as relevancy, freshness, popularity, and how other people using your website lah. So this is what Sundar Pichai say lah. So now we want to take a look on the on-page SEO. Whatever things we can do it at our website. Like just now what I mentioned to you, whatever you do, whatever you claim you are, you have to actually apply every information inside your website lah. This one, whatever you can do for yourself. This one we call it as on-page SEO. In on-page SEO, there is actually multiple factor, but I will say that this five thing is the most basic and also most important for you to understand, right? So what we're going to look into it is first the meta tag, right? Meta tag including title as well as the description, right? And we also want to understand the heading. We want to set the right heading as well as how can we optimize the keyword inside our content, right? Apart from that, we will also need to look into this thing called permanent link, right? Permalink, right? Permalink, and also we need to have internal page linking as well as site speed optimization. Okay, let me explain for you guys one by one, right? So first thing, when we're talking about meta tag, meta tag is something like when you search something online, right, in the Google, you will see always see this is the result, the top 10 result, it will show this way, right? So this thing over here, we call it as the meta title. And bottom here is the meta description, right? So usually the limit over here, the meta title is approximate 70 character. So when you set your articles title, you have to make sure that the keyword you want appear inside here. When you elaborate a little bit on your what your page about, right? This is the meta description. Description is something like to elaborate what is inside these articles, right? It's like a summary of your whole article, right? So this meta description section, when you elaborate approximate 160 character limit lah, so you have to put in your keyword as well. We have to mention your keyword inside there as well, right? So this is the two section. When we start a website, we configure title and also the summary of the website, right? So we have to make sure that we optimize nicely. The keyword you want need to be appear inside here, right? So this is the first one. Okay, now the second one is the so-called heading. We call it a heading optimization. So usually heading is something like when you in the layman way, it's like you watching newspaper, right? Newspaper, there is a lot of content, right? Inside each of the content itself, the so-called headline, the headline of the particular articles, that is something like your heading so you need to make sure that you might want to have some main headline, some sub headline, and some sub headline inside your articles to elaborate more about your whatever content you want to deliver and make sure also your keyword appear inside there. Your keyword must be appear inside your headline, your sub headline, and your sub headline. So this is what we call it as the header optimization. So apart from header, right, we were writing some articles, some content, right? So when we're talking about the articles, the content wise, we also want to optimize our keyword within our content and make sure you guys don't do keyword stuffing. Keyword stuffing is meaning what you are putting your keyword repeatedly a lot inside the short articles. That one is you are not allowed to do so because Google have the intelligence to detect if you put too much keyword inside there, they will think this way. You are trying to manipulate me. Okay, now I penalize you. Ah, when Google penalize you, that means the search result, you no longer have your website there. They delete your website, they delete your domain inside their database. So this is what we do want to do lah. So to do the content optimization, the keyword optimization, so usually it's recommended to have your keyword at the beginning of the articles, middle of the articles, as well as ending of the articles lah. So this is how you repeatedly put in your keyword, but don't over repeat. Don't over repeat. Put it at beginning, put it at middle, and put it at the end of your articles lah. So this is where we mention about keyword optimization, right? So now, when we're talking about the website URL, okay, this is the so-called, I think the third option, right? SEO friendly permanent link structure, right? So meaning that when you create a website talking about specific content, you create like for example, what is a commercial laptop, right? So over here, the keyword, right? The keyword, you have to put in the right keyword. For example, right? If I write an article talking about digital marketing course, right? I have to rename it lah, digital marketing course, right? So don't put something like this. If let's say your website, your web page, the content are talking about digital marketing course, but your website address is this, it don't bring any benefit to you, right? Search engine come first thing they look at this URL, they have no idea what are you talking about, right? You have to actually let them know what is the topic you are talking. So over here, you have to put in the keyword you want. So the keyword you want over here, it will help you in terms of it's also one of the ranking factor, right? So this is the one that we are not allowed to, not supposed to do lah, not supposed to do. We have to put in the nice way, together with some keyword within the link structure. Okay. So now, that is another fourth one. We call it as the internal link, right? Internal link meaning that what? Meaning that a page link to another page, right? From your page A link to your page B, or maybe your page B link to your page C lah, to link to each other. Okay, let me bring you to one of the example, right? So I have my website. I have a page talk about search engine optimization. I also have a page talk about email marketing. I also have a page talk about social media marketing. And within my search engine optimization articles, I talk all about my search engine optimization, and that is a wording, that is a word called email marketing. I also mentioned about I have email marketing lah. So the email marketing word, you highlight it and you link it to your email marketing page. So do the email marketing content. Within the content, there is a word called social media marketing, or maybe somewhere you elaborate a little bit that you also have social media marketing, right? You elaborate about it and you link the social media marketing word to your social media page, right? Same to the same thing, your social media page, you might want to link back to your search engine optimization page lah. So this is what we call it as the internal linking. Okay, why we want to do this internal linking? If this website, if you create this website totally new, of course Google don't know you, right? So to make Google know us, when the spider come to our website, to crawl our website, to understand our website, hereby the spider come already. So the spider come here. The spider read your search engine optimization. They read your title. They read your heading. They scan through the whole document. They know that you are talking about search engine optimization. Ah, but they also see some other link. They see that is a link talking about email marketing. Okay, let's take a look. So the spider will go through this link. They will follow this link and go to this page, and they realize, oh, your website also have one page talk about email marketing, right? So they scan again the whole site, or they see you have the title, the keyword optimization talk about email marketing, you have the title, heading, etc., right? They also see you have one link, go to social media marketing, so they will follow the link, they will go here and crawl this page as well, right? So this is why we do internal linking lah. Imagine if you don't do internal linking, the spider come here, they read search engine optimization website, they crawl, they understand, okay, you have a good articles about search engine optimization. They don't see any other link, they just left. So once they left, they not even have an idea you have this page exists, or this page exists, right? This is the so-called the philosophy behind why we want to do the internal linking, right? So now, the next thing over here, this is something that we very hate, right? I believe you guys very hate as well. When we see this thing come here, I can sit down and I can take a sip of coffee or drinks to wait the page to load, right? I believe you guys hate lah, when you visit any website, this thing load, keep on turning, right? So as a human being, we hate the website loading slow, right? So same to Google, same to the search engine, they know our frustration. They know our frustration. If we visit a website that is very slow, then we very frustrated. So search engine also don't want to introduce you to visit some website that very slow. Ah, so if let's say your website is slow, search engine won't favor you, because they don't want their customer, the searcher lah, the searcher go to Google, search for particular keyword, and Google bring them to a slow page. So when people found frustrated, people will say, "Hey, why lah, Google? You bring us to this lousy website so slow, right?" So Google don't want to get this blame. If your website is very slow, they won't favor you. Uh, so this is why we mentioned we want to optimize our page and make our page fast lah. Huh? This is where Google already mentioned in 2010, at least 12 years ago lah. They mentioned about we decided to take the site speed into account in our search engine ranking. So they take as one of the ranking factor. If your website is loading slow, they won't favor you. So your website have to be fast lah, have to be loading fast, right? So to make sure your website loading fast, that is actually a few ways you can justify to check whether is it your website loading fast, right? You can measure via the website performance testing and monitoring website, such as Google Page Speed Insight. Right, when you put your website over there, you testing, then Google will tell you whether your website is loading fast or loading slow, and they will give you some recommendation to fix. Right, same to another website called GT Metrics. You can go to Google, search for GT Metrics, and there is a tools for you to check whether your website whether loading fast or loading slow, and it will also give you some of the recommendation to fix, right? To fix, for example, maybe your image is too large, right? Your image file is too large, cause the loading slow. Then the GT metrics will tell you that you need to resize this particular. They even let you know that which particular image is too large. They even give you suggestion to reduce the file size of the particular uh, image lah. So apart from this, using this type of tools to do the setting, we can also make use of CDN, content delivery network, such as Cloudflare, or perhaps you can also explore this thing called Bunny CDN. This is actually a paid tools lah, but they as far as my observation, I believe they are considered the most cheapest entry CDN service provider. But if you don't want to go for paid one, of course you can go for Cloudflare, because Cloudflare is a free one, right? So apart from that, you can also use some other tools like to compress your image, such as short pixel, tiny JPEG, or optimizilla, this type of tools to compress your image before you upload it into your website, no? Right? So this is a several method lah to for you to optimize your site speed to make sure that your website loading faster, right? So okay, now apart from that we talk about all these five things already, right? So I also want to share with you guys a little bit practical, right? A little practical side, and how can we actually optimize our website, Let's make ourselves our hand dirty by doing some practical from here. Okay, let me bring up my WordPress website from here. Okay, now I provision one WordPress website for you guys, right? And let me show you guys how can we do it lah. So usually in WordPress, as I mentioned, WordPress is taking approximate the market share of 40% for the whole world website lah. So that's why I usually like to use WordPress as example. So now at WordPress, there is something called search engine optimization plugin, right? You can always go to the plugin section and you can search for SEO plugin, right? Search engine optimization plugin, such as this plugin, Rank Math SEO. This is the one that I personally using. There is actually many type of plugin outside there about SEO, right? For example, use SEO, all-in-one SEO, right? Many type outside there. Just that is depending which type of plugin you prefer. You can. I always recommend you guys to venture all and see which one nice lah. Just like car lah. Car, there is many type of car, right? Some people like Honda, some people like Toyota, right? It's depend on you. There is no preference which one is the best, right? It's actually depend on you and whether which one suitable for you. And I personally explore several and found it. I found it like rank math is actually quite user friendly for me. That's why I using this one. No specific recommendation which one is the best, right? Up to you to choose it, right? So right now I enable this rank math SEO already. What I can do is I go to create a new post, right? I create a new post. I want to share with you guys how we can actually make use of this type of plugin to help us write better content, right? So now, example, I want to write an content, right? I do some simple dummy content to share with you. Okay, now I want to write a title. I want to put a title over here, right? Your awesome title, and you must include your keyword inside the titles lah. This one usually is the H1 or at WordPress, the title over here is the heading one. Heading one. So from here, I might want to write out some articles. I just put in some of the so-called dummy content to share you lah. Dummy content. So perhaps from this section, you want to insert your keyword over here. right at the beginning of the content, right? Remember I mentioned about the beginning of the content. You need to add in the keyword you want. So in between your articles, perhaps you want to put one internal link. You want to put one internal link. Okay, later we see how it works. Okay, scroll down a little bit more. I might also want to add an image. I might want to add an image as well. I add an image. So when I add an image over here, sorry, I put in already. I already put my image in. Okay, so from here, the alternate text over here, you might also want to keep in your keyword as well, So you might want to put in your keyword, right? So your image is here. So now let's take a look. Perhaps I also want to have some heading. I want to have some heading too over here. Okay, so this is where I can add my heading. Okay, I might want to add heading. This is automatic go to H2, right? Any chance you put a heading. Okay, sorry, let me put it back here. Okay, so from here again I elaborate more of my articles, right? More on the article. So perhaps I put in some keyword over here, and I might also want to externally link to other website, right? So let me show you how it actually works from here So maybe I have one heading tree as well. Let me do some demo and share you how the magic works. Okay, so this one I put a heading, but I don't want it to be heading 2. I want to put it as a heading 3, some sub heading required as a sub heading, right? So after I add on some subheading, again, I put in some demo data over here again, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, by looking at this, you see the rank math actually give you the, okay, let me see, perhaps the logo is actually blocking the website Okay, from here itself, let me share with you. You can see that there is a 10 over 100. So when we see this 10 over 100 over here, meaning that your point is not that high, right? So what we're going to do is, okay, now, uh, I assume I putting a keywords over here, right? Maybe my keyword, I want to name my keyword as, uh, let me put it here. Let's say best sport rim. Best sport rim is my keyword, right? Best sport rim is my keyword. So now I might want to make sure that I also repeat best sport rim over here, right? Okay, best sport rim over here. And I need to let rank math know that what is my focus keyword. What is my focus keyword? My focus keyword over here is best sport rim. Now you see 54 already, right? 54 already. And scroll down a little bit more. From this section, they will let you know that what do you want to improve. It say that a focus keyword in the URL. Use focus keyword in the URL. So now let's edit this part. Let's edit this part. Right. So this is where your permanent link, right? Your permanent link. So if let's say your permanent link is this, take an example. Let's say this is my permanent link. Okay, I put it like that. Okay, assume I simply put something here, and this is my permanent link, but it still detect your focus keyword not show in your URL. So what we're going to do is, maybe from here I put in best spot rim, right? So from here now, more, I can actually save it as draft, and let's see whether it does this turn into green. Okay, best spot rim. Okay, correct. So basically, once you save it, it will actually turn into the green color, and the number will be increased for whatever reason it don't turn, maybe we check out later. and see what happened, right? So for scroll down a little bit, we can see lah, the content is only 332 words. It's not that much content. So usually the so-called rank math will tell you that you need to add more content because Google like to have more content. So we have to try to elaborate lah, few more points from here, lor, right? You might want to add on additional few more headline and etc. over here, right? So we put in more words from there lah, right? So this is how we increase lah. So right now we have 400 for the 475. Okay, let's assume. Let me copy paste few more and make sure that it more than now you see more 625 word already, right? You can see the point also increase already, right? And you see this focus keyword in the URL also turn into the green color already, correct or not, ladies and gentlemen? So right now we can see the point is keep on increase. Whatever all this ranking factor over here, all this is the ranking factor for the search engine optimization. So the system itself, the rank math itself, able to detect, able to suggest you. So what else suggestion? They want your subheading H2, H3, H4. The keyword this does not show over there. Okay, now I go to my heading 2, right? For example, this is my heading 2. I might want to put in lah. Again, I chip in my keyword lah. Best spot rim, right? So when I put in this way, later it detect already. Yeah, your focus keyword found in the subheading. Again, I go to 50 from 57. I go to 60 already. So from here we see lah, the alternate text image does not focus keyword. Okay, alternate text again. Just now I just put in keyword, right? Let me go see. Here this is the word. Just now I used keyword. Now I use lah. Perhaps this image is about top 10 spot rim lah. Top 10 best spot rim in Malaysia, right? As long as my keyword best spot rim is shows inside there, right? So now I can see my number go to 62 already, and scroll down a little bit more. Yes, my focus keyword found in the image alternate text. So right now they also tell you your keywords density is not high, only 0.32, right? It only appear 2 times. So because I have to replace lah. Just now I mentioned my best spot rim here. I mentioned about it here. I might want to mention it in the middle. Best spot rim in the middle, right? So after that, scroll down a little bit more. Perhaps at the end of it, at the end of here, I also want to add on again best spot rim. Okay, now, so from here I can see, oh, your keyword density okay a little bit, 0.63. You focus keyword and is combination of repeating 4 times. Okay, cantik. You might want to add more to make it this become green lah, but it's okay already for this as long as you have repeatedly few times. And sometimes when we talk about the keyword also recommend you guys to use something called synonym. Synonym. For example, when we talking about spot rim, right? Best spot rim, right? Perhaps you want to mention about best car best spot view, for example best spot view, or perhaps maybe best car rim, because Google detect that they understand best spot rim is talk about the spot rim, right? The rim itself, right? When you're talking about car rim, they also understand. They understand spot rim is equivalent to the car rim, right? You have to put in something we call it as a synonym to replace the particular keywords, right? So for your particular keyword, you have to find whatever synonym you can use to replace your keyword. And perhaps you want to put in some secondary keyword. Your secondary keyword, for example, maybe you want to put in like best spot rim, or maybe don't say best lah, sport rim specialist in Kuala Lumpur. So you have sport rim specialist. This one might be your secondary keyword, right? You might also want to come back here and put in your secondary keyword over here, best sport rim specialist, right? As your secondary keyword, right? So this is how we optimize it until we able to get more higher rating from here lah. So for example, internal linking as well, and as well as it asks you to link out to external resources. For example, when I'm talking about RIM, I might also want to talk about some others product. Let's say you guys know Michelin tire. So Michelin tire can be something that relevant to your product, right? Because it's a sport rim. You are talking about sport rim, and Michelin tire can be something that suitable for you. So perhaps somewhere around middle here, you want to talking about a Michelin tire, right? So take example, I mentioned about Michelin, Chelin. I talk about Michelin tire lah. I talk about Michelin tire somewhere around here, and I want to link it to the external resources. I put Michelin in the external resources over here. And when you have external link, you see, great. You link to an external resources. Again, you up to 70% already. So ladies and gentlemen, you guys clear, you guys understand how you guys can make use of the so-called this type of tools for you guys to play around to increase to put in all the ranking factor. For example, URL 81 character too long. Okay, too long, never mind. I might want to do some changing again because this one too long. I want to change lah. Maybe I just put in lah best spot lim Malaysia, right? So from here I have 74 already, right? The URL 70 character long. Kudos, good, right? Slowly you optimize, you follow all these structure now. Right now we cannot find any internal link, right? So perhaps you want to put in one internal link, somewhere around. Maybe I just now have see somewhere around internal link. You talk about some other things lah. Perhaps what is my internal link? Let me see. I remember I have actually jot down some internal link. Okay, never mind. Let me see what is my internal link. I have one page lah. Internal link means that your any of your existing page inside your website. Like just now what I mentioned, page A link to page B, right? So okay, this is one of my internal posts over here. Okay, now I copy the link over here. This is the internal link lah. One of my existing post lah, existing page. Okay, I link to one of my existing page from here, right? So link it over here. Click the linking. Okay, enter. Right. Now here you see you are linking to any other resources with on your website, which is great. So again, increase 79 already, right? Correct or not, ladies and gentlemen? You see more and more already, 79 already. So you just see lah, which one better, what else other you want to put in. Your SEO title does not contain numbers. Numbers is something good in the title, right? Maybe I want to make it this way lah. I say best sport rim 2023. I thought about 2023 because Google love numbers, right? Some people say top 10 of whatever. Maybe list of 17 best website in the world, right? List of 17 website using WordPress rank math, right? Take example. So all these numbers in the titles is also very good things, right? When Google love these numbers. So when you put in numbers, yes, you see the numbers of your website title done, right? So right now I have 80 marks already. So whatever here, just follow all these structure, follow all these recommendation. You can optimize your website until nicely. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not writing actual articles over here lah. I'm actually using the dummy data to show you guys, right? Of course, what you need to do is you need to write a good articles lah, right? So let me bring out some things to share with you. This is one of the template that I do it for myself to show you guys better illustration. So of course, somehow we need to put in the keyword in the title, and we have to put in I title in the beginning, right? So maybe we want to do some internal linking in between, and we want to add on some image, right? Our image also put in some keyword as the alternate text. So after that, we have some subheading 2 H2 subheading, we have history, subheading, right? Again, your keywords or maybe your secondary keywords. Then perhaps in between, you want to link to your external link. When you're talking about something relevant to your product service, you want to link to other people, other website, right? So this is what we call is external link lah. So this is where you put in, perhaps you want to put in some secondary keyword or maybe some synonym, right, related to your particular keywords, right? So this is where you create your website until approximate like maybe 600 word lah, according to the rank math recommendation, at least 600 word and above, right? So this is where I want to do a short demonstration for you guys. So you guys can always create your own website. And if you have WordPress, you can leverage on this plugin. They will give you all the recommendation. Else, you will require to base on whatever recommendation I show you inside my presentation slide just now, right? The 5 things that you need to focus. Okay. Now, okay, another tips for you guys, right? After we get to know the make our hand dirty, right? You guys know how to actually practically do your SEO optimization inside your content, how to optimize your content already, right? So now, after we setting up our website, we write a good content, we optimize everything nicely. Okay, what next we can do? We can always submit our website into the search engine, right? We go to this Google Webmaster Tools, or nowadays they call it as Google Search Console. Right, we go to this search.google.com/search dash console backslash about. We go there, or you guys can go to Google and search Google Search Console, the first result. Just go in there, submit your website inside there, and this is why. This is what in the layman way is like what you go to knock Google door, cock cock cock. Hey Google, I have a website name abc.com, and if you free, if your spider free, please send your spider come to crawl my website, right? In case you are having a new website lah, Google don't know you, right? Google you still don't know you, you can always go to Google Search Console, create an account, submit your website over there. Even any new articles that you just create, you can go to Google Search Console and submit your articles inside there, submit your link inside there, and request index. Request index means that you request Google send their spider come to crawl your new page. Any new content you create, you can always go to Google Search Console and submit your link over there. So this is how it works lah. So now, what else, right? Since we learn here, basically it's the consider almost the end of the session. What else? Apart from these 2 sessions, the last week keyword research session and also this session talk about the content optimization. This is where we can actually bring in traffic. So when traffic come, we get sales, right? No matter what type of, you are selling product, you are doing drop shipping, you are doing affiliate marketing, right? So this is where we call what we can do lah. This is what we can do, right? So apart from search engine optimization, what else we can do? We can also leverage on others platform like social media. Social media is one of the platform, right? Apart from search engine optimization, we can also leverage on email marketing to promote the product and the service we want, right? Apart from email marketing, we can also leverage on things like maybe drop shipping, e-commerce, and etc. Many types of channel outside there. For example, influencer, TikTok, right? Twitter, right? So all these platform you can always use it to promote the product and service that you are selling, right? So now what else? Let me see. So I believe here come the end of the session, right? Hope you guys benefit it, right? If is there any question from the floor you guys want to ask, right?
Yep. Thank you so much, Calvin. I think we have a few numbers of questions. Would you mind to read that?
Okay, great. Okay, let me see. Okay, one of the users is asking, is there any limitation for internal link or apply link as many as possible are the best strategy? Of course, I would say that internal link is good, link with the relevant site, link with the relevant site. Okay, let's say one of my website just now, what I show you the website, right? I have search engine optimization. I talk about search engine optimization. I might link to some of the relevant topic. Maybe I mentioned about, okay, apart from SEO, we have any other channel like email marketing, social media marketing. Then that particular word I link to my respective website is good, right? But you don't simply link to any other thing. So for example, inside my website, I have my blogs, right? My website is about my blogs. I sometimes I talk about other things, right? Other than digital marketing, I might talk about I buy a new a laptop, Asus laptop, right? I buy a new Asus laptop, and I don't link lah to Asus laptop because why? Not relevant, not relevant. Or maybe I say I bring my family, my blogs, I write I bring my family to Genting Island, right? And in my SEO content, the SEO articles, don't link to there lah, because why? That one is not relevant, right? You recommend to link only to the relevant page, relevant to particular content that you write. Anything relevant and you can potentially highlight inside your that particular content, then you link to there. So this is the so-called uh, internal linking lah. Don't overlink a lot, right? So hope this answer your question. Okay, great. So okay, let's see another question from here. Right, what are the good number of keywords should be placed in the articles? Okay, right. So from the just now the demonstration we do, we leverage on this rank math keyword optimization tools inside there lah. Their keyword detect is approximate 600. They recommend you to go for approximate 600, and basically I repeat approximate 3 times. I repeat approximate 3 times, then basically it go for a tick already, right? So in my opinion, based on my own observation and whatever experience that I have, let's say your articles approximate 600 word, you repeat approximate like 3 times, 4 times is fine. Don't go for maybe 15 times lah, right? Of course, let's say you have longer articles. Let's say your articles is approximate 1,000 word to 1,200 word. So you approximate repeat like 6 times, right? Maybe on beginning, maybe in the somewhere in the first paragraph, in the second or third paragraph, you repeat again, right? Some heading, the subheading, right? You repeat again, right? So I almost end, maybe some picture somewhere you elaborate about the product feature or whatever you add in again. So in the conclusion, it's like let's say approximate 1,000 word to 1,002 word. You will repeat approximate like 6 times is good. 6 times is good, right? Don't overdo it lah. So if you using tools like just now rank math, right? If you overdo, they will actually give you a warning. If you overdo, they will give you a warning one, right? So this is the numbers lah, according to all those SEO optimization. Basically, there is no any numbers lah, no any specific numbers, right? According to the Google guideline. But as far as you read all those SEO expert outside there, they also encourage you don't overuse. And sometimes you can always use the so-called synonym keyword to replace the keyword that you want, because Google have the intelligence to understand the synonym word is also equivalent to the particular keyword. For example, restaurant and cafe. Sometimes you talk, you mention about your restaurant, right? So sometimes you talk about cafe, right? They know cafe and restaurant is almost the same thing. So this is my recommendation from here, lah, right? Any other question? Okay. How does alternate text improve the SEO, right? Okay, so basically alternate text is also part of the keywords, right? You have to actually put in relevant. So for example, myself, I usually let's say one of my page talk about search engine optimization, right? My keyword is search engine optimization, right? So perhaps I inside I add on one my SEO class image, right? My class as image, and alternate text there. I might also want to put in some keyword like uh, search engine optimization class in Johor Bahru. Uh, right? Perhaps I just elaborate lah. The picture itself is search engine optimization class in Johor Bahru, right? So it include also the keyword. So when you include all these keyword inside your alternate text, when Google crawler come to understand your website, they crawl, they read, okay, they see you have a picture over there, right? They also see the alt text. Alt text also mention about something that your so-called your keywords, you mentioned about this. So all these mention, when we so mention the keyword, mention in the URL, mention is the heading, mention in the image, right? Mention in the link, right? So all these carry weight for the search engine to get to know more about you for the particular keyword. So this is how it improve lah. It actually bring in additional factor, additional factor for you to increase your point. I would say increase your point. Okay. Okay, now how do I outrank other similar SEO content? Okay, similar SEO content you have to see. Okay, first thing first, you have to see who is this person, right? So take an example, I want articles. My website is totally new, right? So another website they have higher authority. They has been in the market for like maybe 10 years already, right? There's been sometimes they have the domain authority. If you familiar with something called domain authority, DA, right? DA is one of the indicator for MOZ lah, MOZ, right? If you can go to moz.com, moz.com, you can further understand what is domain authority. If they have higher domain authority, basically you have a little bit difficult to outrank them because they are in the market for some times already, right? So for example, there is a person who experienced for something, right? You are a newbie, you just graduate. Then when you say something versus a person maybe 40 over years old, 50 years old, experienced person, when they say something, so usually the crowd believe who, right? This is approximate almost same philosophy lah. You believe a newbie word or you believe someone in the industry for a long time already, right? So if let's say if you are new, no worry lah. Who after they born they get the experience, correct or not? So as times go by, slowly build more content. Apart from that, do more on-page SEO and off-page SEO. For example, you can do more backlink. You can actually get more quality backlink, right? Point to your website. So eventually, slowly, maybe a few years later, your domain authority also slowly increase, and potentially one day you can actually outrank your competitor, right? SEO is not something fast. Not to say that, hey, tomorrow I want to win him. I want to win him. Okay, right now I my position at page 50. Page 50. You go to page 50 only you can find my the page now. Now I want tomorrow I want to be ranked page one. Uh, no such thing. No such thing, right? So search engine optimization always have to uh, go for slow, right? So if you are doing white hat SEO, this is my advice lah. Except you are doing black hat SEO. Black hat SEO is something that not the right way. You can actually rank fast, but basically you can actually derank very fast as well. Right? Derank means what? Mean Google penalize you and remove you in the database. And no matter you go to search anything over there, you can't even find your website. Right? So great. Any other question, ladies and gentlemen? If okay, I believe I don't see any much question put out from Nora.
Yep,
One thing I want you guys to do. One thing I want you guys. I very appreciate if you guys able to. You see the QR code over here, right? Scan the QR code and give us some feedback. This is the feedback lah from the company. Because why, ladies and gentlemen? The company are very generous enough to actually fund this type of training for you guys, so in order for the company to actually produce more this type of training to benefit you guys, we need to know your feedback lah, whether can this type of training whether help you guys or not. So your feedback is actually much appreciated. We value your feedback, and from there we can even bring your feedback to our management and make sure that management see, wow, everyone is actually benefiting from this training, so the management might actually consider to produce more this type of training for you guys.
correct,
Correct or not,
exactly.
Nora?
Yes, yes. Thank you
Uh,
so much, Calvin. Yes, this is what we need actually to know how we do actually, and then to see what kind of next training that you want us to share, so that maybe we can invite again Calvin to the stage and share more other knowledge, not just SEO. We do have a lot of other strategies we'd like to share with you guys. All right, please make sure to fill in this feedback form. It's very quick, but just take of your 2 minutes time and then make sure that we can see and understand what's your wish on the next round. Okay, thank you so much, Calvin. All right, we hope you've learned as much as possible because there's a lot of strategies shared regarding SEO. And remember, you have to apply all the shared knowledge, all right? Only that you can know how you've been doing, whether you're doing correctly, and then you can please reach out to Calvin if you need to do so that he can assist further, all right? So other than that, we'd like to remind again to fill up this feedback form so that we can evaluate how's today's training, and then we can keep on improving on the coming sessions. All right, so that's pretty much everything. Thank you so much, Calvin. All right, hope to see you on the
Thank
next
you.
round. Cool. Okay, so today we'd like to share with you all our updates. We would like to share our social media pages before we end this session. So thank you so much for everyone that attend this class, these trainings. So this is all our social media. Please make sure that to update all, follow up with all our updates and all the social media pages that we have, and especially in the Access Rate Rising Stars Affiliate Hub Facebook group, which the place where you're looking at this live now. And we have many lineup activities, exciting ones to be given to you, like the cash rewards. We do appreciate those who have been active in our groups by rewarding those who most active members of the month, as well as a lot of weekly giveaways and have many more exciting activities. So please make sure to join our Facebook group, and please keep on updating, and make sure to watch all our updates when progress in every week and every day. All right, so that's all. Thank you so much, everyone. Hope to see you in the next round of sessions. We will have monthly training. Thank you. Bye bye.